The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. Imagine a lion, once the undisputed ruler of its land, suddenly finding itself wandering alone, its pride scattered, its territory invaded. The same sun that once bathed its mane in golden light now casts long, lingering shadows, reminding it of all that's been lost. And yet within the lion's heart, a fire still burns, steady, unshaken, and unyielding. That is the true essence of Leo, a spirit that even after loss quietly prepares for a comeback more glorious than ever before. Life has its way of testing us, pushing us to the edge, only to pull us back stronger than we were before. For those born under the sign of Leo, the past months may have felt like a relentless series of trials. Opportunities that once seemed within reach slipped away, relationships that were once your anchor began to fall apart, and your natural confidence, so central to who you are, dimmed to a mere flicker. But this is your turning point. The universe moves in cycles. Just like the moon waxes and wanes, so too does your fortune. What was lost is now finding its way back, and this time it's returning brighter, stronger, and perfectly aligned with the version of you that has emerged from the storm. Astrology, more than a system of prediction, is an ancient art, one that maps the soul's journey through the stars. The planets are not just cold rocks drifting in endless space. They are living pulses of cosmic energy. Every orbit, every shift, marks a new chapter of awakening, transformation, and spiritual growth. And right now, the universe is whispering something sacred to you, Leo. There's a divine alliance forming in the skies above, a series of planetary movements coming together in harmony to reignite something within you. A spark that once went dim is ready to burn again. This isn't just a return, it's a reawakening, a calling back to the radiant, powerful version of yourself you were always meant to be. Do you want to know what's ahead? Then stay with us until the very end of this video. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss a single moment of what's coming next for Leo. 1. Jupiter, the great pathfinder of the universe. Jupiter is more than just the planet of luck. In symbolic language, it represents the expansion of consciousness, faith, and untapped potential. When Jupiter casts its light on your sign, it signals this: doors you once thought permanently closed are beginning to open again. But they're not opening on the same level as before. What you once wished for is now returning, only larger in scale, deeper in purpose, and far greater in value. Jupiter doesn't grant luck easily. It rewards those who dared to dream far and held on to their belief even in the dark. 2. Saturn, the great teacher of evolution. No one teaches us how to grow quite like Saturn. Known as the planet of discipline, limits, responsibility, and karmic lessons, Saturn's presence now is a cosmic confirmation. You've completed a cycle of trials. What once brought you to your knees is now the very foundation on which you stand stronger than ever before. Saturn never promises ease, but always ensures justice. It will lead you to rewards that match your perseverance, endurance, and refusal to give up. Perhaps it's a position you longed for, a relationship that once fell apart but never truly faded, or simply a version of yourself, stronger, wiser, and more grounded than ever. 3. Pluto, the god of death and rebirth. If there is one planet that can make you die to be reborn, it's Pluto. When its energy touches your sign, it unearths what has long been buried: pain as well as power. Dreams you once abandoned, passions you thought had gone cold, youthful desires long forgotten. They're rising once again from the deepest layers of your soul, but this time they're no longer illusions. They've been tempered by time and carry enough strength to become reality. The universe doesn't simply return what you once had, it elevates it. What's coming back to you is not the past repeated, it's the future rewritten, shaped by who you are now. The things you once missed, regretted, or let slip away are now returning in a new light. This isn't a repetition, it's an evolutionary spiral. career advancement. Perhaps in the past you weren't chosen, weren't ready, or the timing was wrong, but now you, the more mature, evolved version of you, are attracting those opportunities back. Maybe it's an old job, but this time you're offered a higher position. Maybe it's the same company, but now you're being invited back as the decision maker. Or perhaps you create a new opportunity entirely from the connections you once made. Creative rebirth. Ideas that once made your heart race, but you put aside out of fear or lack of readiness, are now returning with full force. Don't be surprised if you suddenly remember old sketches, idea journals, or unfinished writings. They are resurfacing as if they never left, and this time, you're ready to turn them into masterpieces. Financial restoration. Money that once slipped through your fingers may now return, not through sheer luck, but through a new approach to how you receive, manage, and value it. Failed investments may be offset by fresh streams of abundance. Clarity, patience, and faith in your worth are now the keys to creating lasting, self-sustaining financial flow. Not out of fear, but empowerment. Not every ending is forever. Some connections are written in the language of the soul, and they always find their way back. Throughout our lives, we meet countless people. Some pass by like a breeze, while others leave marks like stars that never fade. And sometimes, for reasons beyond our control, timing, circumstances, misunderstandings, the most important people are the ones who walked away. But the universe has a memory of its own. The relationships that once made your heart beat stronger, that helped you grow, that made you feel fully yourself, if they held true value, they don't vanish forever. They simply step aside, waiting for a more divine time to return. If you once had a love that felt unfinished, a connection where both weren't ready to move forward, this may be your second chance, but this time, both of you are different. Gone are the missteps, the youthful pride. What remains is the honesty of hearts that have weathered storms. If the universe brings that person back, open your heart. Not everyone gets to love again from the same soul, but those who do can create something even more beautiful than before. And it's not just about romance. Old friends, former allies, mentors, or those who once inspired you may be finding their way back into your orbit. They might not return with fanfare, just a message, a name popping up in your mind, or a chance meeting. But if they once played a positive role in your journey, don't be surprised if they reappear just as you prepare to step into a new phase. These aren't coincidences, they're divine timings. Even in your professional world, past connections that seemed long gone may become bridges to new possibilities. A former colleague, a boss who once believed in you, or a partner from a project that never took off. They might return with a proposal, a plan, or simply a presence that reignites old synergy. The key is being attuned enough to recognize them and open enough to receive. And somewhere along the way, in meeting others again, you just might meet yourself again. The world can sometimes make you forget your own light. Pressure, failure, comparison, judgment. These layer over your heart like dust on a forgotten flame. But real light never dies. It waits patiently for you to remember it's still there. Beneath every scar is a bold, radiant, indestructible self. And that self is you. Start by returning to what once made you feel strong. It might be art, movement, learning, or simply writing, anything that made you forget time because you were so immersed. In those moments, you'll hear your own voice again, clear, powerful, and brimming with life. Try slowing down. 1 minute of meditation each day, a deep, mindful breath, a single yoga pose, awkward or not, it's yours. These practices are not just for peace of mind. They are keys that unlock doors to the inner sanctum you thought had closed. And seek out those who allow you to be your whole self. No masks, no explanations, just presence. It could be an old friend, a kindred community, or even a stranger whose soul echoes yours. When you're with the right people, your light reflects back to you. Stronger, brighter, alive. Have you ever suddenly dreamed of someone from your past? Heard an old song that stirred something deep? Remembered a road you haven't walked in years that now calls your name? These aren't just memories, they're signals that you're entering a cycle of return. You might encounter someone in a completely unexpected way, a delayed meeting, a familiar coffee shop, a random online comment. Don't brush it off. Coincidences are the universe's language for delivering something important. Even more powerful are the inner nudges you feel, that strange, undeniable sense that it's time, a dream you can't shake off, an intuitive pull that says, do something. These aren't whims. They're your soul's whisper. They're sacred signs. If you're seeing these signs around you, don't second guess. Your return journey has already begun, not with loud fireworks, but with subtle, soulful vibrations that reach deep. Be ready, because what's coming isn't just a comeback, it's the return of your whole self, wiser, fuller, and more radiant than ever. To receive the best of what the universe has prepared, you must open your heart. Let go of the past. Forgive what was. What returns now is not the same. It's better. Stay open to the unexpected. Things may not return in the form you imagined, but they will always arrive in perfect time. Act like it's already here. Live as though you're already in your brightest chapter, and that energy will meet you. What part of your life is returning with new power? Is it love, purpose, or a part of your soul? Share your story in the comments. It may be exactly what another Leo needs to hear right now. And if this message touched you, give it a like so it can reach more members of our Leo community. Across ancient civilizations, Leo has always been linked with solar deities, the symbols of power, light, and life. The ancient Egyptians worshipped Ra, the sun god who illuminated all living things. In Vedic astrology, Leo is ruled by the sun itself, representing the soul, Atman. These sacred symbols are reminders. The light within you never fades. It only waits to be reignited at the perfect time. This return isn't about going back to something old. It's a complete metamorphosis. You're not coming back to relive the past. You are becoming a new version of yourself, stronger, prouder, and more powerful than ever before. The roar inside you is your declaration to the universe, I am ready, I am worthy, I welcome it all. So lift your head high, speak with more confidence, start what you've been putting off, call the person you've needed to speak to, forgive. Do the thing you've been waiting for, because if you keep waiting for another sign, you might just miss the most important moment, this one. Share this message with another Leo or with anyone you believe needs to hear it. When we connect, energy multiplies. The more light we share, the brighter we all become. Write a new chapter. For yourself, your story isn't over. In fact, it's only just beginning. Remember, what's returning to you isn't old anymore. It has evolved to match the person you've become. That love, it's for the grown, wiser version of you. That opportunity, it's arriving at just the right time for the one who is finally ready. That dream, it's not small anymore. It has expanded, just like you. Don't shrink to fit back into old spaces. Expand to receive what's bigger than ever before. Dear Leo, the stars don't lie. Your comeback is already unfolding, but you must believe that you are worthy to receive it. Subscribe to join us on this astrological journey. Help us reach our milestone of 20,000 subscribers by sharing this message with your fellow Leos. When we believe in positive energy, miracles find their way to us. We'll see you on the next journey. Keep your heart open, your eyes forward, and your roar unwavering. Your moment is no longer in the future, it's here.